deal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On second down now, it's Mack. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking right sideline, that's complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Bills.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike. Mike back forward. All day.
From the gun, it's Allen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
36 yards on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is Mack. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown of the new season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Allen finding Knox there, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
It's just me. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Shoot.
After the interception, here's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Being chased out left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing, because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Check Greystone, travel.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little game. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Jackson. And an alley to run. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action now. Jackson airing this one out for Evans. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
From from the gun. Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves them with 3rd and 1. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Quick throw here to Hilton. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Don't get nervous. 54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
To the air. Allen. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Allen now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Allen's throw is complete, and he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Allen. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Let's go, baby.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Alert, alert, alert.
Allen going to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Here we go.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Middle. Check, check. Watch.
To throw again, Allen. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now look at him go. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Now Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So he shifts past him. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Mack. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Allen now to throw again. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. On first down, Mack. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10, the 31-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They go right back to Mack. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now this throw caught left side. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On first down, Allen gets it off to Freeman. He'll have a first down inside the 10. 23 yards, the final tally. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll look to run with Freeman. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the one. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills get a bit closer. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
You got tank. You got tank.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. He can run for it, and he will. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. In his own end zone, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, Alpha. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
From his end zone on third and long, Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
It's our time. Hey, tight.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
They'll run here with Mack. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Kill. Hey, tight.
Throwing again. Allen looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Hey, 19. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Allen now on first down. And the catch made by Hilton. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. on first down is Allen. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Allen's pass intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Zerline now for the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So with a second to play, they essentially need a recovery and a run back. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and